Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, One Ritzalana time. It is Tuesday morning, and you know what that means. It means we bring back Matt, the lumberjack landlord. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing wicked awesome, Mike. I love these Tuesdays. It's awesome. They're a good
It's,
time.
it's a lot of fun. Well, hey, one of this first video of our three-part series today, I wanted to almost make a public service announcement.
Mhm.
I want everybody out there to realize that over the next 90 to 180 days, you are going to see a lot of YouTube channels preach fear around some numbers that will technically be correct, but highly misleading. So this comes to me from the CEO of Wells Fargo. I believe his name is Charlie Sharp from memory, but he's basically out this morning saying, hey, we have seen the bottom in delinquencies, right? We are rolling out of this, student debt is going to be paid, forbearance is ending, all of these things. So, oh, by the way, I want everybody watching this to realize that foreclosures might triple, that delinquencies or defaults on credit cards and other things might triple. Remember, we are at such artificially low levels that a triple doesn't even get us back to normal. But I can already see the headline, so I just wanted to get ahead of this right now. If you see any metric that is a percentage versus a number, just move on. Because if you triple foreclosures from 111 to 333, it is technically a triple. But when the normal is 1,800 and you're still at 333, it's a fart in the wind.
Yes.
But can't you already see these knuckleheads?
Oh, Mike, honestly, so there was a video last week that I reacted to. Lumberjack got jacked.
Yeah, and, got a little upset. I saw that.
Oh, I was pissed. I hate that crap because it's creating a narrative based on completely misleading data. And we are data guys, right? We're data guys. We take in data from 1,000 different sources. Yeah. And then we're constantly sifting through it and shuffling and reshuffling. I was so concerned with this video that I saw there last week. I closed on one triplex and I just put an offer on another duplex because he is a jackass and he doesn't know anything he's talking about. The numbers are crap. Yeah. The fact of the matter is that, yeah, there's probably going to be a triple of foreclosures. Mike, I'll even say maybe even 4 or 5x.
Yeah, maybe.
Because the number was basically zero. Yeah, it was illegal to do.
Yeah, we took it to as close to zero as we possibly could. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So again, normally I'll look at percentages, but then you have to understand what was going on in the market. Yeah. And what was going on in the market was it was not allowed. Anytime something's not allowed, like you're going to see a big poof on the other end. Yeah. And so again, I look at that, and what really bothers me is that there's been people that have delayed doing the work, delayed understanding their market because they're like, it's still going to just crash. No, it's not. No. The reason that I get so amped up about this stuff is because he's talking about that it's somehow related to the market. It's not related to the market at all. Yeah, it was a bad business practice. Yeah. I liken it to like jewelry stores, right? And the fact that a jewelry store goes out of business means that gold is somehow worthless.
Well, I've been playing with this because I saw your video and then I actually refused to watch this stuff, but I saw your reaction. I'm like, all right, you got me. I got to go watch this nonsense. Yeah. And I've been struggling with an example because again, basically the stock price in one company means real estate's going to crash.
Even 3.
What? Yeah, even 3. Whatever.
Your work that you put in with Laura Morby on Sunday, guys, you got to watch that video. I adore Laura. I think the woman is awesome. And so, yeah, she's got a viewer of her show. She has a viewer every Sunday of what Mike and her do together. I watch Mike anyway, but now it's because of Laura.
I understand. I get it.
You get it.
I get it.
And
I get it.
She is magnificent. And the fact that she goes through the math based on your guys' questions and saying, so OpenPad kind of has like, 10% of the market out here is on the market. Yeah. And then you do the math and you're like, yeah, 98%, they're paying 98% of retail. And surprise, surprise,
they're losing
not making money that way.
Yeah, exactly.
I never would have guessed it. I'm walking into Walmart and I'm buying stuff 2% off to then go sell it in the parking lot. And big surprise, I can't make my nut at the end of the month.
Yeah, it's bad. So I've been trying to struggle with an example that people might get. And the best one I have come up with is Hertz Rental Car.
Okay.
Remember Hertz Rental Car?
I do.
2 years ago, it was out of business, bad business model. They started selling cars, because they had cash flow problems, right? Wasn't working.
Yep.
So Hertz is a bad business model. So Ford and General Motors and Toyota and Mazda must suck.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Yeah. They only buy fleet. They buy it at the skinniest margins. We don't have any inventory. So why would Hertz Mazda? I mean, it was nonsense. I mean,
like I said,
I like reaching.
Yeah, I mean, I liken it to a jewelry store. Jewelry stores have a ton of gold sitting on their shelves.
That's true. Yeah. Gold,
and if they go out of business, it's not because gold was worthless.
Yeah.
It's because their business model sucked and they couldn't market it, they couldn't advertise it, and their costs were too high. This is what it comes down to. And people need to put those two things together. He even asked the question in the video, tell me how these things aren't related. Let me tell you how they're not related. I've just covered it for 3 minutes. Yeah. That's how they're not related. When you're paying 98.7% of retail price, guess what? Mike and I know you're a mark. And we're going to sell you everything that we have at 99% of retail. Yeah.
You ever been at a poker table and you want to know who the sucker is? If you don't know,
you're it.
You're it.
Exactly. Like this is the lunacy that these people are talking about in these crash videos that make no sense whatsoever. It's about cash flow. They can make a point, to their credit. They can make a point on one thing. If you are dumb enough to be building an investment engine on the speculation of appreciation of real estate, you deserve to lose, and you're going to lose every time. Every single time you will lose.
No, that's what I've seen, because I've peeled back all three of those companies, and they're first off, they're using AI, artificial intelligence, big data, and their discounts are stupid. I mean, Laura Morby's in the market. Her husband helped build OfferPad in Phoenix in Texas, and the fact that they have 10% of the available listings is both a red flag and a non-issue, because once they sell them, they're not going to sell them again. It's like the inventory, they stopped buying, so now they're unloading. It's just like, I can't believe it. It's crazy.
But here's the even funnier part about it. We know that their model shifted.
Yeah.
They went from get in, gut rehab, make amazing, to get in, skimp, get something back on the market. Well, guess what? That's the first set of inventory that will start to sit.
Exactly.
Because they'll compare it to guys like us that we do a flip, but we spend 40 or 50,000 bucks, and it's not just floors and paint.
Yeah.
We'll do kitchens, we'll do electrical upgrades, we'll do insulation upgrades, we'll do foundation work, we'll do whatever needs to be done on that property to make sure that it's a great property we're passing on. Their model isn't like that because AI doesn't know how to do that. Yeah. And so what are they doing? They're putting out a nicely painted, refloored house.
Well, now it's not even so nice, because now they have to get cheap on who they do the work. Right. So they went from doing full guts professional to skimp, and now they're going, who's the cheapest provider? This is a recipe for disaster. If you overpay, you will eventually lose. And the problem is they got bailed out for the last 12 months.
They did. Mm-hmm. Yep.
There was a 12-month window, the only 12-month window in my 20-year career where you could be financially stupid and still win.
Yep.
And oh, by the way, this isn't only OfferPad and Zillow. There are plenty of flippers out there who are really bad at their job that are about to get spanked. Because again, maybe you didn't pay 98% or whatever it was of list, but you still paid too much, right? I see junk. I love it because the slowdown is real. I'm seeing junk sit. I'm so happy.
I saw it in the market this week. I was talking to one of my contractors. He does work with an investor that has 10 properties, and none of them are closer than 2 hours to each other.
Oh.
And I was like, want to watch a guy financially bleed out? There's the model.
There's the model. Yeah.
Because you can't get economy of scale. You have a new team everywhere. And even if you talk somebody into going 2 hours to that next one, they're not going to go another 2 hours to the next one.
And they won't do it a lot. They may do it once as a favor, but that 2 hour drive is really 4, right?
Exactly. Two there and back.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. Want to know why I don't self-manage? 2.5 hours one way.
Yep. 100%. And that's exactly like for me, I won't buy anything that's more than a half hour from my front door. That's it. That's the rule. If it's more than a half hour from my front door, I don't care how good of a deal it is. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll pass it on to somebody else I know.
Your buy box is this big and you don't go outside your buy box.
It's it, period.
Yeah. So again, folks, what I want to do here is I want to be proactive, because you're going to start to see videos talking about defaults doubling, tripling, quadrupling, and maybe even quintupling. I think that's 5.
It is.
And it is, we're just working back to normal. I will let you know when we exceed normal. We won't be at normal for a long time. And anytime you make something damn near illegal, it's going to be very little done. So a tripling is easy to do. So yeah, folks, just do the work. Trust yourself. What I hope people take from this is they just do the work. Maybe your market's bad. I don't know. But don't just take some moron's advice who lives in his mom's basement and plays with graphs all day. Do the work yourself. Do the work yourself. So how can people find you and maybe watch the video that you did? Because you were on fire on Saturday.
I was on fire. I mean, honestly, I was kind of concerned I might break something in my office.
Slam the table, your camera breaks.
I was like, I literally went to go for my camera. I was like, no, that's expensive. I went for my screen, no, that's expensive. Then I went for my light and I was like, no, I was like, you know, and then I like found, and then I like checked an empty can on my desk and I threw that. And I was like, yeah, that works.
I feel better.
Works. Yeah. And then I'm like, left the mark on the wall. And I'm like, crap, now I got to paint the wall. So yeah. So Lumberjack Landlord on YouTube, and 11:30 a.m. Eastern time on Sundays. We go 3 hours live streams, which have been a lot of fun.
Very cool, man. Thanks again.
Thanks, Mike.